every poisonous tongue that has risen up against you, rose up against you, because they have seen something unique in your life that they cannot achieve. The only thing they can do is to paint you bad. If any man paint you, God has the power to use his own paint to raise that color in the name of Jesus. And tonight I'm talking on a subject titled, I shall rise again. If you know you will rise again, you let your neighbor know that come what may, I shall rise again. You let your neighbor know, irrespective of what has happened in your life, you let your neighbor know that you shall rise again. Now tonight, a mighty prophetic voice is coming to somebody. And the voice is coming from the throne of grace because of what happened to you. Now listen to me, because you fell yesterday. Some people thought you are going to dwell there till the end of your life. And you yourself at times, because of the catastrophe of the enemy, of what they have fashioned against you, because of the catastrophe effect of the thing they did against you, you thought your life will never change again. Now listen to me, I have brought you a good news. Though you fell yesterday, though you fell a few years ago, maybe people separated themselves from you. Maybe those who loved you before have turned against you, and they have come to, they are now the people who have developed hatred against you. You don't need to worry yourself. Maybe what you are enjoying before, some people stole it away from you, and you no longer enjoy that thing. I have a good news for you coming from the throne of grace that say whatsoever that you have lost, you are going to get those things back in millionfold. Now listen to me. Let's look at the prophetic word coming. Why is God speaking to somebody like this? Why is God releasing a word like this at this moment? That every one of us, we shall rise again. I want you to know there are some people that mock me, and they thought my end has come. The enemy fashioned evil against me, and they thought they can kill me, and they blocked all my way. Some people separated themselves from me when they saw light shining. Some people decided not to talk to me again. Some said, if we take away our resources away from his life, we shall see how he's going to make it. If we walk out of the church, he cannot complete the church. If we turn our back against him, you shall see that he's going to be useless. Many laughed me to scorn. I was humiliated. Many said all kinds of things. I heard a lot of things from Motabin. Some people were jubilating when my downfall came. They have forgotten that the downfall of a man is not the end of a man. Now listen to me. My Bible tells me in the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 8, it said, rejoice not over me, my enemy. If I fall, I shall rise again. If I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light. Now listen to me. I want you to draw inspiration from my own life. What is it that they did not do? What is it that they did not fashion? What name did they not call me? They call me all kinds of names. Some said it's nobody. Some said it's a liar. Some said it's a thief. Some said it's a failure. Some said he cannot make it. All those things they call me, those things are not the name my father gave me. But the prophetic word came to me. He said, whether they like it or not, whatsoever they have said concerning my life, they just use their mouth to say what they like. But what my father said, he said, my son, they should not rejoice over you. If you fall, you shall rise. You know, at times, I feel pity for many of you. When some certain things happen in your life, when you are faced with the challenges, that is the time you don't want to serve God more. That is the time you want to turn your back and you want to be asking God questions. Now let me tell you something. If you are going in the journey of life and you happen to meet catastrophe on the way, you don't need to question God. God knew the reason why he allowed those things to happen, because he wants to teach you and because he's taking you to a bigger level. And you need to have more experience so that when you get to the bigger level, that experience will bail you out. Now let me tell you something. That is one thing that you cannot stop in life. That is one thing that you cannot pray against in life. You cannot stop a change. A change will occur when it's supposed to happen in our life. A change will happen when it's supposed to happen. When your own changes happen, don't be disappointed. Don't turn your back to God. The Lord knew the reason why he allowed your changes to occur at that moment. The Lord knew the reason why those who associated themselves against you to have upper hand against you. But hear the good news about what God is saying. All those who gather against you and they join hands together against you, all evil association against you, God knew that they cannot last. He only allowed them to have victory over your life for a temporary period, just to watch your reaction. Some of you don't like challenges because you don't know that in the midst of difficulty, in the midst of adversity, that is where God is going to show himself. The Bible says if you faint in the days of adversity, it connotes that your strength is small. I don't know what they have done against you. Maybe some people in your family, they have done some certain thing. They padlock your life. They brought you down. They said you will not enjoy anything again. They don't have the final say, because the voice of man can never be the voice of God. The voice of God is different completely. The voice of God is coming. That whatsoever they have done against you, whatsoever they have destroyed in your life, you have the right to tell your enemy that rejoice not over me. If I fall, who told you that in your life everything will just be going smoothly? There'll be a time the road will be rough. There'll be a time everything will be taken away. There'll be a time you will be taken away from your comfort zone. There'll be a time those who love you will become an object of hatred. They will be your adversary. There'll be a time those who have, the people you have helped, they will be looking and be seeking for your downfall. There'll be a time the people you took away their shame, they wanted to strip you naked and put you to shame. At that moment, you don't need to be disgusted. You don't need to be disturbed. You don't need to worry. You need to be very strong. You need to know the God you are serving, because changes can occur anytime. Anybody can change at any moment. Anybody can change at any time. Changes is inevitable. Changes is what you cannot stop. When a change comes, you must be strong. You don't need to throw in the towel and say the end has come. Oh, nobody knows the end. Only my Father knows the end. Nobody can say you will die. Because you fell, that doesn't mean you die. Because you fell, that doesn't mean you will not grow again. Because the door shut, that doesn't mean it will not open again. Because they took it away, that doesn't mean another one will not spring up. There is time for everything and season to every purpose on earth. Now listen to me. Rejoice not over me, my enemy. If I fall tonight, I shall. I'll tell you some certain things tonight, and it will blow your mind. If you're a Christian and you are not ready to fall, then walk out of this kingdom, because you will fall 10 times. The Bible says the righteous man will fall 7 times. And he shall rise up again. Now let's look at Micaiah, who gave him that prophecy, a minor prophet. And who was he referring to when that prophecy came? And he said in Micaiah 7 verse 8, he said he saw so many atrocities that his own people were doing in the land. How they have killed people. How they took their virtues and transferred it to another person. How they placed embargo on some people's destiny. How they swallow some people's blessing. How they make some people and cripple all the good things in their life. And Micaiah was not comfortable. And God gave Micaiah a revelation that you don't need to worry. But this is the prophecy. I want you to cry unto them. Prophesy unto my people. When you prophesy unto them, tell them this word. And this is the cogent word that they must go home with. That rejoice not over me, my enemy. If I fall, I shall rise again. If I sit in darkness, the Lord will be light unto me. For the fact that I don't have today does not mean that I will not have tomorrow. For the fact that I cannot boast of certain things today does not mean my end has come. The Lord knew the reason why He's releasing it gradually, because He wanted to convince, He wanted to use His knowledge to confuse some people who thought they were wise. That's why God will use foolish things to confuse those who are wise, and He will use weak things to confuse those who thought they were strong. Now listen to me. Now I want to show you the revelation that Micaiah had before God now spoke to him, and he cannot hold it than to prophesy and tell people. If you're a born again Christian and you are so much afraid to fall, then you are a follower of Christ. Because whether you like it or not, there will be a time that you will fall. There will be a you will be down. There will be a time that everybody will forsake you. There will be a time that so many things will happen to you. Now, Micaiah was talking about somebody that is coming. You never thought, and people in his own time never thought that Jesus was coming. But Micaiah foretold the prophecy of Jesus. Micaiah foretold that Jesus is coming. That Messiah that is going to save the world will fall one day. And when that Messiah fell, something will happen. But on the third day, that Messiah who fell before the eyes of people, that people said, where is his power? Where is the glory? He will rise up again. Haven't you read in Matthew 17 verse 23 that Jesus Christ said he will die, and on the third day he will rise up again? That was the promise of Jesus. That was what Micaiah was trying to foretold and tell his own people and this generation that is coming, that if you want to follow this man called Christ, what happened to Christ, you will also witness it. People who despise him will also despise you. When Jesus was arrested, many cast, many spat on him, many undermined him, many cast all kinds of ugly things on him, and they pulled his mustache and they made mockery of him, and they thought that was the end. When he was on the cross, the Roman soldier did not believe that he can come back again. When he gave up the ghost, they buried him. They said nothing will happen. The man is dead. But Jesus Christ said in Luke 24 verse 7, he said, on the third day, whether they like it or not, I will rise up again. In Luke 24 verse 46, he said, I will die, and on the third day I will rise up again. Why are you rejoicing because of my downfall? Why are you rejoicing because of my shortcoming? Why are you rejoicing because I did not have it today? Why are you rejoicing because I've lost something? Why are you rejoicing because some certain thing happened? Why are you rejoicing because I'm not in that position again? Because things change does not mean we'll be forever. If Jesus that we are following cannot be in the tomb forever and ever, and on the third day he rose up again, You are here tonight under the sound of my voice. Whatsoever that is going on in your life, you are going to rise up again. I shall rise again. Now listen to me. Some of you at times believers, at times when I look at you, I feel for you because you have not understand the mystery of life. Who told you that pain will not come? Who told you that shame will not stare at you? Who told you that difficulties will not befall you? Who told you that people who were hailing you, who said Hosanna yesterday, they will be the one who will say today, crucify him? Who told you that those people who are laughing to you, that they love you deep down within them? Now listen to me. The Bible says, you must understand what the Bible says according to what Micah was prophesying. He said, rejoice not over me. If I fall, I shall rise again. If I sit in darkness, God will be my light. What was Micah was trying to say? He was trying to tell you, never make mockery of any man because of his low estate. Never believe that any man can never amount to anything. Never believe that any man can never make it in life. Any position you find anybody, you don't undermine the person. You are not the creator of the person. God created the person. He is the creator of that person. God knew why he was taking that man to pass through that thing. Now listen to me. There was a time all my adversary, they were jubilating, they were laughing, they were saying all kinds of things. But today I have the confidence in the Lord to stand. I say and tell them, where are all my adversary? They cannot stand where I'm standing. They cannot talk where I'm talking. They cannot get to where I've gotten. They are not going to where I'm going, because listen to me, every poisonous tongue that has risen up against you, rose up against you, because they have seen something unique in your life that they cannot achieve. They have realized that you are unstoppable. The only thing they can do is to paint you bad. Let them paint you any color that God has not painted you. If any man paint you, God has the power to use his own paint to raise that color in the name of Jesus. Now listen to me. You don't know how to fight the battle of life in the time of challenges. That is the time you need to be strong. In the time where they said, where is your God? That the time you need to prove to them, I have a God, that my God never slumber nor sleep. Now where you said I'm not going to, that is where I'm going. Where you raise battle against me, I'm coming back the second time to raise battle against you. Where you made me to fall, I'm coming to throw a challenge back to you. I will never run away from you. I am not afraid of you. I have a big God inside me. I know whom I believe. I know whom I met. I know who spoke to me. Whatsoever you are making mockery of in my life, after some time you will gnash your teeth, because my God, he will change the situation. You don't have to rejoice over me. You are not my God. You are not my maker. You don't have a final say. My God has the final say. My God made me in his own image. When he was creating me, he did not take permission from you. When he's going to bless me, he will not take permission from you. When he's going to raise me, he will not consult you. Haven't you heard? Eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard what God has prepared for them that love him. Now in the time of adversity, you must stay. You don't need to turn back. Whatsoever happened today or happened yesterday will not be forever. Rejoice not over me, my enemy. If I fall, I shall rise again. I shall rise again. Oh, Rabasakataria. Where are those people who made mockery of you? Where are those people who laugh you to scorn? Now the Lord who caused misfortune to happen in man's life knew where he's taking man. The Lord, there was a time he caused misfortune to happen in my life. And my father said, that is the beginning of greater things. And my father started taking me from one nation to another nation, from one place to another place. I never knew that I did not have enough experience, but as a result of taking me from one place to another place, I became an experienced person. After some time, he now told me, he said, I've given you enough experience to stand before who and who all over the world. Now listen to me. Because of the adversity that I encounter, I became a different person. My eyes became open. My knowledge became widened. My everything was enlarged. And I became a man that is loaded with knowledge, with experience. And I started meeting people that I never thought I can meet. We now started talking. We now started discussing. And they don't have any choice. They now started asking me, where were you for a long time? Where was all this thing? I said, my father, he knew where he was taking me to. That was why he caused a temporary setback. All setbacks are not permanent setback. All misfortune are not everlasting misfortune. All adversity are not everlasting adversity. The Lord knew the reason why he allowed it to happen. It happened for a purpose. Now listen to me. He that is joined to all the living is better than a dead lion. A living dog is better than a dead lion. And listen to me. As long as you are still alive, there is still hope for you. As long as you are still alive, he will still do more things. As long as you are still alive, he will still open the door. As long as you are still alive, the Lord will still surprise you. Hey, listen now. Hey, it's not the time for the enemy to rejoice. Now my enemy cannot rejoice again. Sadness has come to my enemy. It is my own time, my own turn now to rejoice. Your turn, your time, your hour, your moment to rejoice. That's why Micah said, rejoice not over me, my enemy. If I fall, I shall rise again, because my master rose up again. I have risen from where I fell. You are risen from where you fell. He is risen from where he died. He is risen from where they buried him. If Jesus can rise, you will also rise. If Jesus can where they tie you, if Jesus can appear to people after death, after 3 days, people after death, after 3 days, very soon they will see you. Rejoice not over me, my enemies. If I fall, I shall rise again. Yes, the Bible did not say you will not fall, but it said when you are about to fall, he will uphold you with his right hand of righteousness. Haven't you read in Psalm 37 verse 23 that the step of a good man are being ordered by the Lord? Even though he fall, he will not be utterly cast down, for the Lord will uphold him with his right hand. Now, I don't know how you see yourself because of the temporary adversity that you pass through. Now listen to me. Somebody who fell and rose up again is by grace. Somebody who fell and rose up again, not the power of that person. You know how many who fell and they are still there up till now. But many of us fell, we still rose up gallantly. What made us to rise up? Because we lean on him.